Those who followed our messages are well aware we've been talking about the coming likely assassination of Donald Trump for many years. What you're about to see is footage from our documentary on the topic of civil unrest. It's from the series Second Beast Rising, which can be watched in its entirety, all 22 episodes, at beltoftruth.tv. After the election of Donald Trump, the calls for violence increased to a fever pitch. Hollywood screenwriter Paul Schrader said, "I have spent the last 5 days meditating on Trump's election. Upon consideration, I believe this is a call to violence. I felt the call to violence in the 1960s, and I feel it now again. We should finance those who support violent resistance. We should be willing to take arms." Revolutionary words indeed. In the last days, the earth would be filled with violence. After the House of Representatives voted to repeal much of Obamacare, professor at the Art Institute of Washington, John Griffin, said they should be lined up and shot. That's not hyperbole. Blood is on their hands. David Simon, creator of HBO's famed crime drama The Wire, made the following tweet. "If Donald Trump fires Robert Mueller and is allowed to do so, pick up a expletive brick. That's all that's left to you." Amazingly, this next tweet received hundreds of thousands of likes and retweets. Referring to Hinckley Jr., the man who shot Ronald Reagan, he says, "I hope Hinckley is ready to go back because we need him again." A not-so-subtle call for assassination of the president. The famous rapper Snoop Dogg featured himself standing over the president's dead body and also put out a video where he shoots a clown version of President Trump. A number of other entertainers echoed Snoop Dogg's threats to the president. Rosie O'Donnell, for example, tweeted a link to a game where you push Donald Trump off a cliff. Then Mickey Rourke expressed his desire to give Donald Trump, quote, a Louisville slugger.
Talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
I know, I don't want to give him any more oxygen. That's not a euphemism, by the way. I mean it literally. No, somebody get me the pillow they used to kill Scalia and I'll do it, okay? I'll do it.
And George Lopez tweeted a cartoon image of former Mexican President Vicente Fox holding a decapitated head of Donald Trump. Then the blasphemous Marilyn Manson released a teaser for his song Say 10, where a Trump-like figure wearing a suit and a red tie lies decapitated on the floor in a pool of his own blood.
Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Then Johnny Depp made a not-so-subtle comment about perhaps he himself killing the president.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president? I want to clarify, I'm not an actor.
If Trump and Kim Jong-un were going to have a bit of a summit to try and mend relations, and they wanted you to cater, what would you serve?
Hemlock.
Perhaps most horrific of all, the entertainer Kathy Griffin staged ISIS-like, terrorist-like photos holding a bloody, decapitated Donald Trump head. We will spare you the graphic imagery. A leader with an Iowa State student group literally called for capitalists to be hung and exterminated. A columnist with the mainstream publication The Telegraph tweeted, "It's about time for a presidential assassination."
We, Mexicans, have to kill Donald J. Trump before he becomes president. He is a threat to every single one of us. There are many Mexicans living in the U.S. right now, and I'm asking them to kill Donald Trump before he becomes president. The ones in Mexico who have the means, I'm asking you to cross the border and go and kill Donald Trump and as many as his supporters as possible. Anywhere he goes, just try to bomb the place, shoot up the place, do something. Think about this. This is my reason why I'm asking for this. If you could go back in time and kill Hitler and kill the Nazis, would you do it? Now, we have a modern-day Hitler, and we have to kill him before he gets into power. So I want you to spread this message, and I'm encouraging every single Mexican out there who has the guts to stand up for the Mexican people and to kill Trump and his Nazi followers.
This video is just one of literally thousands of threats and calls for assassination on social media. In this case, kids scream, "I want to kill him," while beating Trump piñata to stop hate and, quote, promote peace.
You want to kill him?
In Salt Lake City, they strung up an effigy of Trump in a noose and beheaded him.
I don't like anything about Trump.
Then there's the rap song, whose name I can't repeat, but which Billboard.com praised as a, quote, viral protest song, and which played on the radio and was honored by the Baltimore Sun. The song features what appears to be a threatening gang of youth rapping, quote, "We got a choppa in the trunk for Donald Trump." Choppa is an AK-47. The lyrics contain a number of other violent threats toward the president, including a vow to cave Trump's head in with a shovel and a promise that if he visits Baltimore, Trump will, quote, die. One of the lines in the rap song also talks about filling Trump with hollow point bullets. A Missouri state senator said in a now-deleted Facebook post that she hopes President Donald Trump is assassinated. Maria Chappelle-Nadal acknowledged on Thursday that she wrote a post which read, "I hope Trump is assassinated." On just one social media platform, Twitter, thousands of posts that use the words kill and assassinate remain up, most of them targeting the president, no less. The platform can't seem to keep up with the influx of death threats and don't seem to be upholding their own policies. Then there's Shakespeare in the Park, where a dramatized assassination of President Trump is cheered as the climax of the play. Crowd roars with applause at the simulated murder.
It's time to remember.
In the last days, lawlessness will abound, and that the love of most will become cold. 2 Timothy 3 says that in the last days people will lack self-control, will be without natural affection. And Jesus also refers to the distress and perplexities of nations as a sign of the last days. And Jesus predicted that as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. And in Noah's day, the earth was filled with violence.